Well, I gotta say that I'm impressed. I had absolutely no idea that someone would be able to solve their first riddles so quickly, but lo and behold, they did. Hey guys, hope you're all having a good day. I'm bringing you this video for two reasons. One, to explain the details and answers to the questions that I've left hidden in various videos over the course of the last few months, and two, to announce the very first winner of this small Easter egg contest. For those unaware, I posted a riddle at the beginning of my History of the Ceratosaurus video in which I left you all with the following. Now, this message may seem ridiculous at first glance, but after a little thinking, many of you were able to figure out that the words were just spelled backwards to what they were supposed to be. Reversing this text reveals the question. Not who, not what, not when, not why, not how, but Herrere is thesaurus. Now, the word Herrere is obviously the beginning of the word Herrerasaurus, which is a species of dinosaur that has popped up in the Jurassic Park franchise once or twice. The beginning of this text lists 4 of the 5 W's and how. These words are used to formulate basic questions considered vital for problem solving and information gathering. Many of you were able to figure out that the exclusion of the word where and the similarity to the word Herrere translated the final part of the riddle, Herrere is the saurus, to where is the Herrerasaurus. This, however, is where many of you got stumped. I saw so many intelligent guesses and a great deal of theorizing that led many of you to assume that the Bone Shaker ride from Jurassic Park the game would be where the next clue would be found. And some of you even had museums in your head that featured the Herrerasaurus, which I gotta say really made me smile and appreciate. I loved seeing the minds of several Jurassic Park enthusiasts come together and try to decipher this little code. I'm glad you all take such a serious interest in this kind of stuff. It really is quite awesome. The answer to this question was found by very, very few people, but those that were able to find the Herrerasaurus did so and ran with the information quickly to parts 2 and 3. Now, the Herrerasaurus location was actually far closer than many of you were thinking, with its location appearing as an Easter egg in just the previous video titled How Alan Grant Took Down 3 Velociraptors. In the video, I went into detail about how Grant assumed the raptors would eat eggs like other dromaeosaurs or even Oviraptor. Now in that video, I showed skeletons of Deinonychus, Oviraptor itself, and yes, Herrerasaurus. Now Herrerasaurus is not a dromaeosaur, and it's obviously not an Oviraptor. This animal was so far removed from the raptor family or egg-eating classification that I figured many fossil freaks would be all over it instantly, but oddly enough, the Easter egg remained relatively under the radar until a few of you found it. In the description of that video, I left the words, "You found me. This Herrerasaurus Easter egg is the first part of the riddle. Now answer this. Where can I find a perfectly broken vertebrae, Mr. Game Warden?" In my opinion, this was actually an easier question than the last. The words broken vertebrae and Game Warden should click in many people's minds as being a reference to a previous issue in a Jurassic Park comics storyline that I covered a while back. To figure it out, you need only know who Jurassic Park's Game Warden is. In case any of you were wondering, it's Robert Muldoon. The perfectly broken vertebrae refers to the infamous scene in issue 8 of the Raptor comics storyline where Muldoon actually fights a Biosyn agent hand to hand and ends up snapping the man's neck with his bare hands. I've used the name Robert Snap Your Neck Muldoon a few times on the channel since that issue, and these little quips seem to have helped lead some of you to the event's source. Now, in the description of that particular video, you would be greeted with the third and final question. Where was the bird robber Hermione burned? The words bird robber Hermione are rather simple to figure out. Even if you guys don't know what I was talking about, a simple Google search would have revealed a big part of the riddle. Bird robber is the translated name of Ornitholestes, and Hermione happens to be the only known species of this animal. But still, the question asks where you could find the Ornitholestes burned, which may have been rather difficult to understand had you not read the second Jurassic Park novel. Back in December, I did a video on a scene in The Lost World that featured the body of a strange animal washing ashore on a Costa Rican beach, where a paleontologist would attempt to take its picture just before a group of government officials came in to burn the carcass with flamethrowers. This animal is later revealed to be none other than InGen's clone Ornitholestes. The thumbnail of that video featured the skull of the dinosaur surrounded by flames, so yeah, I tried to help you guys out a little bit on that one. Now, once you made your way to that video, you could look within the description and find out how to claim the prize and make yourself the winner of this little contest. All I required you to do was email Nedry's computer command, White Rabbit Object, to me. And the first one who did that was Jacob C. Congratulations, man, you did it. And I mean, he literally did this quick. I didn't think it would be found so soon, but he buckled down and found the answer the very next day. Good job, man. Really great detective work. That being said, I'd like to acknowledge a few runner-ups who did well in breaking the codes as well. Users Rick Ellis and OBT worked together to try and solve the riddle, and did so just barely an hour after Jacob emailed me. They deserve recognition for their teamwork alone, and I'm glad to see that they had such a good time figuring it out. The only other person to email White Rabbit Object to me was someone named Wayne Knight, which I thought was pretty hilarious considering that's the name of the guy that played Dennis Nedry in Jurassic Park, so I figured mentioning them as coming in third was too cool to pass up. Again, congratulations, Jacob. You've proven to all of us how deep your love of Jurassic goes. I'm proud of you, man. If you enjoyed this little Easter egg hunt, don't worry, more are going to come in the future. I don't know how often, and I don't know how long they'll all be, but I promise that more will come in the months ahead. I hope you all had as much fun going through this stuff as I did making it. Now before I go, I'd like to thank my game wardens, as well as my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Seriously, the fact that you guys even consider helping build the channel up means the world to me, and I can't thank you all enough for this incredible support. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoy today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys. And as always, take it easy.